So that our minds are just kind of, we go off in aimless wandering, and we're not even being mean about it. We're not even being purposeful about it. We just wake up in the morning and there's a million distractions for us before we can do our workbook lesson. There's a million distractions to peace. There's a million distractions to love. So it's hard for us to bring our aimless wandering back. But if it was simple as saying, forgiveness offers everything I want, would you maybe do it? If you just tried that, maybe you could. Maybe you could. Accept salvation now. It is the gift of God and not the world. It's God's gift. The world can give no gifts of any value to the mind that has received what God has given as its own. And you know why that is? Because once you see that this makes sense, nothing in the world really begins to satisfy you anymore. And I think that's the big thing. People who begin to study A Course in Miracles and take this seriously, you start to go, oh, I don't know, it's not the same charge in the world anymore. The things of the world do not give me the same desire. Getting somebody or making it at the expense of somebody else no longer gives me anything. And you begin to see that there has been a real consciousness change. We were talking about this last week in the Olympics, and one of the biggest stories was was it the American athlete who fell and the Australian, or it was the Australian athlete who fell and the American athlete that helped her up? I mean, that was like one of the biggest stories around. It wasn't about a gold medal. It was like this great compassion in the face of what should have been striving to be the fastest, whatever they were trying to be, win the gold medal or the silver medal or the bronze medal. It was really more about compassion and helping one another. And that's a big story. It doesn't matter when that story happens, by the way. It's always a big story, isn't it? These ideas that these are really more lasting than a gold medal. So I think we're beginning to see this kind of change. The world can give no gift of any value to the mind that has received what God has given as its own. That thought can never be taken away. God wills salvation be received today, and that the intricacies of your dream no longer hide their nothingness from you. Again, the fragile cobwebs that the ego spins. Watch your mind for those. I mean, we do them all the time. The things that distract us from the truth. The things that distract us from this simplicity of forgiveness. And then it says, just open your eyes today and look on a world of safety and of peace, because forgiveness is the means by which it comes to take the place of hell, because that's where we live most of the time. When we believe that there can be an opposite to love, that is hell. When we believe we are separate from another, the Course would say, that is hell. It's not a destination that we're going to go to at some point in time. We're living there now, or we're not. We're living in hell in our unforgiving minds, or we're living in love. In quietness, it rises to greet your open eyes and fill your heart with deep tranquility as ancient truths. This is very true. See, this is important. Forever newly born, arise in your awareness. Do you get what that's saying? It's saying that this is not new. This idea has been around since we thought there could be we could be separate from God. That's what it's saying. These ancient truths, forever newly born, meaning they come to our minds yet again. Yet again. It's presented to us yet again. For where we made a poor choice, we can now make a better choice. It's brought up yet again. Arise in our awareness. What you will remember then can never be described, yet your forgiveness offers it to you. Meaning the Course is always saying that when we extend love, or when we have that love rest on our minds, rest on our eyes, become the vision that we extend, we become the bringers of such a powerful transformation that we can never really go back. We can never go back to the way we were before. That we are moved in such a way that we can never describe it as such. And you may say, well, have I had that? Yes, you have. We've all had it. We've all had these incredible awarenesses of our oneness with each other. And that becomes the dominant place and the dominant factor in our mind.